Hey, Honesties! Happy New Year and Happy Black History Month. I'm your host, Zena, aka Top Tier Z. In case you forgot, I'm back. It's been a while, but I am here to stay because where else am I going to go when it's only up from here, right? But enough about me. Today's guest goes by the name Jamane Weeks. He is the co-owner of Lips Cafe. And honestly, though, if you live in Brooklyn, you should know Lips Cafe. And if you don't, then we're going to get acquainted today. Hi, Jamane.
How you doing? How you doing?
I
Nice to
am
be
well.
here. Very, very good to be here.
Thank you for being here. Today, we're going to speak about the expectations and realities of dating an entrepreneur. What does it mean? What does community mean to you as a cafe owner? Let's just get into it. But before we get there, I'm going to ask you 5 questions of this or that. What would you rather? You let me know.
I got you.
We may keep it pushing, or I might ask some further questions. Okay?
Okay, icebreaker.
Yeah, let's break some ice, even though we don't need to break much ice because we're pretty acquainted.
Yep.
Okay.
It's true.
He's lying. That was a lie. Don't be lying to the people, Jamane. I don't know you like that.
I'm going to let you tell it.
All right, I'm joking. Okay, first question.
Yeah.
Would you rather coffee or matcha?
Coffee.
Do you drink matcha?
If I make a mistake, like with a flavor or something and they don't want it, and I'll try it. But I wouldn't just get a matcha.
No, it tastes like
Yeah.
grass.
Yep. I mean, you add flavors to it, spices it up, it makes it better, but it's just not my
Not
thing.
your preference. Okay. I don't like either, so it's tea for me.
Tea. Okay, that's
Yeah, clock it.
cool. Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather date a woman with a 9-to-5 or date an entrepreneur?
Entrepreneur.
Would you rather be feared or loved?
Feared.
Why?
I feel like sometimes people try to take advantage of love, but people don't try to take the same advantage when they have some type of fear for you.
Mm-hmm.
And fear doesn't need to be like I'm trying to scare you to do something. It's just, there's consequences behind things. People when people understand that.
Copy that. I agree. I always say I'd rather be feared, and people are like, what? Would you rather a woman with beauty or a woman with brains? Hey, why?
I know what pork means. I think when you're truly interested in somebody and inspired by them and you can learn from them, that lasts a lot longer than beauty. Beauty fades in one way or the other. After a certain time, you get accustomed to your partner and how they look, and it's not the same as when you first met them. So, but you can't get used to being inspired and being learning from someone and really connecting with somebody. That doesn't fade. So,
I agree.
I think that's the reason why.
Got it. Final question. Would you rather date someone who doesn't support your business at all, or someone who's there every day watching everything you do?
Somebody that doesn't support the business at all.
At all, never support.
And it's not because they could watch what I do. At all. That's not the reason. It's just
Is it why?
You want the reason?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think the meat of that question is the support or the lack thereof.
Oh, see, I read that question wrong. Then I'd rather somebody's there every day.
Okay.
See, we got lost in translation there.
No, you got lost.
I definitely would rather somebody's there every day because if they're there every day, they also could if they're really
Because
my lady, they can help me.
That was what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. When you're like, no, I'm like, don't you want me personally? I would like someone who like kind of knows the business to some extent, but also can give me like constructive feedback and criticism, right? So like she can not only be watching you, she's watching the entire operation, and there's things you may miss that she can come to you with.
I totally agree.
Okay.
I thought it was like when we met, did I already know them from lips or did I not know them? But in terms of like after the fact, I mean, my number one love language is acts of service.
Oh, mine too.
So I feel like, if someone's there and they, I see that they're, have a proactive and just really want to genuinely help, that means everything to me. So I definitely wouldn't want somebody that's never there. I just think then you don't even know, you wouldn't understand my day-to-day to even have a conversation about it or to understand what things go wrong and how my day could switch up. You wouldn't even understand it because you're never there, and then that'll lead to different external problems.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
For clarity.
Yeah.
Before we talk business, I want to know, who are you outside of the cafe?
Mm-hmm.
Like outside of being a cafe owner, who's Jamane?
Outside of being a cafe owner, I'm really into my family. I'm really into my heritage. We come from St. Vincent, and I'm from Flatbush, Brooklyn, New York. So I'm a Brooklyn guy at the end of the day. I'm really into art. I go to different, museums and galleries on a regular just it's kind of therapeutic for me. So I'm really into cafes. I go to different cafes even on my free time.
You cheat on your cafe with other cafes?
Oh, for sure.
This is why you can't trust men. They won't cheat. It doesn't matter. No, I'm joking.
No, you need to keep inspired.
No, I agree.
You know,
need to know what your competition's doing too.
You need to be motivated.
Mm-hmm.
Something when you see other people doing dope things or other businesses doing dope things, that helps you. That
Mm-hmm.
refines you. It gives you new ideas. So, I think definitely that's a good thing for me.
How would you describe your personality when you're not being Mr. Cafe owner?
I think I'm passionate. Um, a very given. I like to have a good time. I think when I'm in the cafe, I'm very serious. I'm more serious than I mean to be. So when I'm not there, I kind of like try to keep things more jovial, more like fun. Man, I like to have a good time. So
Okay.
yeah, I just think and I'm always curious. I'm a very curious person, especially outside the cafe where I could just see different things. So I'm a very, very curious person.
I'm curious. Why?
Uh-huh.
Why the extended goatee? Like out of all the facial hair choices you could choose, why did you choose that one? I need to know.
Okay.
And that's why I Googled what that was. I was like, different facial.
Yeah, I didn't even know what that was. So
It's an extended goatee.
Now I know.
Yeah.
I think before COVID, I never even knew I could grow facial hair. And then we had to sit down, no barbers, no anything, and then it grew, and I was like, wow, it's a good little look. I like this look. I look older. Like if I shave this off, I look so young. So
But it's not about the shave, right? You realize the extended goatee is like the extra hair. So you think if you like level it up to regular beard?
I still would look young. But the extended is also because I liked what Nip's look. So
you like what?
Nipsey Hussle's.
Oh.
So I liked his look and the way he was here. He passed away, and it stuck with me.
Okay.
So and I never cut it. And even when I go to the barber and I try to, it's like they don't even want to do it. They don't do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I see what you would look like without it? Just like tuck it a little bit. Let me see.
Let me try to.
I like this better.
You like this better?
I do.
You never told me that before, so.
Well,
nice
you never asked, and I never asked.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe next time I just take the whole thing off.
We'll see. Tell me the story behind Lips Cafe, the inspiration, why, and how did you come up with the concept and why?
I think Lips Cafe and the whole concept of it comes from family. I always say that. I love to give my mother and her grandmother their roses, my grandmother their roses. So my mother started a clothing brand after my grandmother passed away. It's called Ethel Fashion. And like 5 years down the line, she started doing like these Lips logos and let me preface that. She used to do Mother's Day shows for her every Mother's Day to keep her name alive. And every Mother's Day she'd do like this runway show and everybody from St. Vincent would come there. And then she started doing these lip logos to keep it more casual. She put them on shirts, she put them on tote bags. And I always thought they needed to be like proliferated more, like outside of the St. Vincent,
the
community she comes from, because no one else is seeing it, but because that's her community. So, and then further down my journey, I got into cafes, and like I said before, I used to go to different cafes and coffee shops, all over the city, Harlem, Bronx. I went everywhere. If I found one that I liked, I was trucking it for no reason, trucking it, and I didn't realize that I was keeping like, empirical data without knowing, because I never thought I would open up a cafe.
Yeah.
It was never my thing.
When did it open?
2019, late 2019.
Okay, so right before the pandemic.
Right before COVID. So I started going to these different coffee shops, and I realized that a lot of people gravitated towards concepts and themes. So I saw like different themes. One place was called Project Cozy, and they tried to play off the cozy sign, and there was just other spots like that. So I was like, when I thought about it and I finally realized I wanted to do this, I was like, wow, those lips that my mom had for my grandmother would be the perfect concept. Because I can make a concept around lips and the color red and lip service, and I could do different things, lift after dark, just different things for events that I could play off of, put lips on the cups. I thought about all that stuff, and I was like, that's the perfect concept and idea to build it off of. And then, when I found a spot in Flatbush, it was perfect.
Why Flatbush? That's where you grew up, you said?
That's where I grew up.
Yeah.
And at that time, there was no spots like that. There was no spots like lips. Now it's a beautiful
Wait, because you guys are in church in North. I'm from Canarsie, y'all. Okay, I'm a Brooklynite. However, your girl
Sorry to hear that.
I'm from the bougie Canarsie. We're not doing Flatbush. I don't do that. I didn't know it's on Church Ave off the 2 trade.
But it's on Linden.
You see, I don't know.
Yeah, it's on Linden and Nordstrom.
Okay.
Yeah, what you been there like twice? It's cool.
Not him giving count of how many
3
times
times
I've been.
how many years, but it's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so and Flatbush, because that's where I'm from, and at that time there was no spaces like that, and I felt like, I would go to Soho and different spots and Best Style and Bushwick and Christ, and I would see spots like cafes and coffee shops and bars and stuff like that. And at that time we didn't really have any.
Yeah.
So it just made more sense, and I understood how the community worked better. So I was just like, instead of trying to do this in some other neighborhood I don't understand, let me do it where I come from. So
got it.
That's why I did it there. And now it's like a really, budgeting community, and I love like all the spots that's open up. So we have like we don't have to leave Flatbush no more if we don't feel like we could.
No, that's what it's given.
Yeah, it's dope spots.
Y'all know I don't go to Flatbush frequently, but when I do, I'm like, there's a lounge here. When did that happen? Yeah. And you guys, I'm St. Lucian, and I'm actually Vincentian also. My granddad is from St. Vincent, but so my mom cooks. Excuse me?
Please claim that. I know you don't always claim that. So.
I don't usually claim that because I've never ever met that granddaddy, but it's in my DNA. My mom makes the best bacon saltfish, hands down. And I'm not even just saying that because that's my mom, but like, the bacon saltfish at Lips Cafe is the closest I've had to my mom's.
Okay.
Yeah. So
don't tell that to my mom.
Hey, Ma, you make a good bacon saltfish, but we gonna have to have a cook-off with you and my mom,
I would love that. Actually, that should be the next podcast. That'd be cool.
At the cafe.
Yeah, exactly.
Bet. All right. Next time you come on, it's gonna be at the cafe with the mother's cooking.
I would love that.
All right.
I would love that. I'm shaking. I'm dead serious too.
All right.
My mom's up for the challenge, so.
Mine too.
I'm ready.
I love how it feels like just very homey, right? Like I remember I think I went one time by myself. The first time I went there. Yes. And then I went with a friend. And then, no, I did not go. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. And then I went to some event, right? But I think like walking in, like the energy is very welcoming, 1. And then 2, just seeing everyone in their own little world and the attention you guys pay to them, even while they're in their own little world. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Like I can tell there's really a sense of community, and then you always throw events. So I always see someone collabing, doing something there, right? So my question is, what does community mean to you, and why is it important?
I think community is everything. Community is kind of like your identity, and it's the people that you have shared experiences with, even if you don't have shared experiences with them. And that doesn't mean they have to come from where you come from. It's just there's some type of relatability that it brings you together. So I think community is about being together, bringing people together, and learning and growing, and
looking out for each other.
Yeah, like and becoming close based on like being able to like identify things that you guys share in common, you've been through together, good or bad. And community means everything to me. That's why, when I first opened up Lips, I tried my hardest to like see, when I realized how important it was, like when I saw kids come there in the little gap between when their parents come home and they doing their homework and they waiting on their parents, and then the parents come and ask us to make sure they're good.
Oh, that's a thing?
That was before COVID. Like now, I don't know, but that was like a thing, like where we would like, kids would come there, even now, like, or, they're just waiting and, we know what's going on, so we make sure they're good. Or, when when people come to me after they graduated, I never spoke to, and have their gown on and come to Lips and be like, man, if it wasn't for Lips, I wouldn't have graduated. And we never even spoke like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it means that much that they come back after they graduate the same day.
Wow.
You know, things like that, you know, it gives you your purpose, it gives you your reason. So that's why I try to always help anyone that comes to me and has an idea and wants to realize it
Mm-hmm.
in my space,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in our community. I do it because you never know where seeing that in reality will take it. Like I seen people do events at Lips and then do something at King's Theater, like you know. So it just that growth and that seeing people expand where they can't even, you know, do their events inside of Lips anymore because they outgrew it.
Mm-hmm.
It means the world to me. For people to be able to come there, sit down at laptops and create things and get through their work, and it's built on family because it's built on me and my mother.
Yeah.
So when you come to Lips Cafe, you'll see family. It's not like no customer transaction. It's like you'll see me and my mom being family members, not working together. So you'll see that. And it's just, everybody feels at home there. We don't rush anybody out. We don't try to make anybody feel uncomfortable. We really want you to feel like you're at home. And that's why it means so much to so many people.
They do make you feel at home. But I love the fact that you said about like the kids or people coming back to say thank you or just acknowledge the role you played.
There's been a wedding in Lips.
What?
Yeah. Somebody got married in Lips.
Well, you did tell me that.
Yeah, so that's like, I've seen everything. I've seen everything in Lips, man. So every type of event in them 900 square feet.
My question to you is, what responsibility, if any, do you think as a cafe owner, what do you think you owe to the community?
Oh, I owe everything to the community. Because without the community, I wouldn't be there. Like my business isn't built on like you know, people from different areas coming to Lips every day. It's built on the people that lives in the neighborhood, and regulars coming there every day. Mm-hmm. So without my community, without them entrusting me with their time, I always tell people, you know, anybody coming through those doors, it means the world to me because you didn't have to. Still to this day, it means the world to me. Anybody comes in there because you could have went anywhere, but you know you're here with us, and I treat it that way. Mm-hmm. I really treat everyone that way, and I really want to make sure everyone's good in there. So without a community, there would be no Lips. Literally, it's not even a question. You know, I love the community, they love us, but without the community, literally, we wouldn't even be here right now. They got us through COVID. They got us through every hurdle we had. So
yeah, when you said late 2019, I'm like, you got through COVID. That's big because a lot of businesses did not make it, especially small businesses did not make it through that. So it speaks volumes to the community in which you decided to build your cafe. Before we get into the expectations and realities of dating an entrepreneur, what are some red flags? Like, as the owner of Lips, because I see it all the time, you do a lot of events with other businesses or just other people in general, right? What would be like some red flags for you? If someone came to you with an idea and you're like, yes, let's move forward, what are some red flags in business that people should be wary of?
I feel like your approach is everything beforehand. The way your email comes, the way you approach me, or
wait, do you get emails where it's like, "Yo, what's good? It's your boy."
Well, I don't
know how
it gets crazy, and then I don't. There's someone that is really dear to me that handles my emails, but I don't see all those. She'll probably be able to tell you that better than me. But what I do know is that when it's really bad, like she'll message me about it to see if I even want to go forward. Okay. But I think
So the first is the approach.
Yeah, the approach. And then it's also the idea. What you want to do, and if I feel like it's positive, I feel like it's creative, I feel like it's community building, or if it's gonna help people. Like,
so it has to be aligned with your purpose of community.
For sure. Like, I wouldn't just do anything just to do it. If somebody comes to me, I remember like the other day, it's a classic example that it was a toy drive for Christmas, and someone called me 2 days before that. No, one day before it. No, 2 days. Yeah, it was 2 days. And then she said, yeah, are you gonna be open on a such and such date? I said, yeah, Christmas Eve. That's what she asked.
Okay.
And I said, yeah, we're gonna be open. She said, oh well, I want to come do some work there. I said, okay, perfect. Right. Third question. Oh yeah, and I have some toys I want to give away just a little bit for whoever comes in, while I'm there. I just have some extra toys.
Mhm.
Boom. I said yes. I didn't tell her the email because I'm like, okay, whatever. That's beautiful.
It's giving back.
Yes.
It's for the community.
The next day,
Okay.
I was getting 80 million calls about this toy drive that I thought was this casual thing because she put it on New York City Jobs. So
What's that? Wait,
it's,
this website?
it's basically where everybody's looking for jobs. And it's 400,000 people on that thing.
Okay.
And they all looking for toys for their kids.
Oh.
So I got 80 million calls that next day about this one little casual thing to the point where we realized that we're going to have to get some help because she's not going to have enough toys because she said she had 40 toys. And I know like 400 people's coming. So, and just to double back a community, and even though I was supposed to say what I don't like, I would tell you what I do.
Yeah, I asked you for red flags. You over here giving me the opposite. I don't think you listen.
I know, but this is like important. Like, so then I got, the councilman involved, the assemblyman involved, like everybody in the district involved to bring toys to the people that came. But I started off with it saying that even though it's a red flag, that I would say yes to the event if it made sense.
Okay.
But if people, just like want us to do too much as well and don't realize it's their event, that's a red flag. And just people who don't want to adhere to like what we ask for,
which is
take care of the space. We ask for a slight bar minimum. We don't charge for the space, and the bar minimum is so low that if someone says no to it, we really realize that they're not serious about the event because it's not like we try to tax anybody.
Yeah.
It's just it's really just more so to weed out who really wants to do it and who doesn't want to do it.
I was about to say, it's hard sometimes to take people seriously about their business when they don't even take their business seriously. Like, exactly. I have this thing where it's like, if I'm more serious about your business than you are, I can't take you seriously. Like that is, I'm huge on that. But
and being serious about your business is taking a risk on it too.
Yes.
You gotta be able to take a risk. So
and investing, right? If you don't want to put up that small bar minimum, it's an investment. Exactly. That's how you have to look at it.
Because I'm not charging you for the space.
Exactly.
So.
And a lot of places do.
And they charge a lot.
Oh, I know where to come when I need a. And honestly, though,
Hey, I've been waiting.
For me to come?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want there.
Okay, well then. Don't tell me twice. Don't tap me for a good time. I do want to get into the realities of dating an entrepreneur versus the expectations. Because as we know, a lot of women are like, I don't want a man who works a 9 to 5. I want an entrepreneur. Like, I want flexibility. I want a boss. But do they really know what they're asking for? Because I'll take whatever I can find. No, JK, your girl is not desperate. Okay. Like working for someone else, it's like there's a cutoff time, whether you work a 9 to 5, 8 to 3, whatever, it doesn't matter. There's a cutoff time. You go home and usually you leave work at work, right? Or you have people working for you. A lot of business owners have people work for them who they kind of could take a step back. They have managers, whatever. So sometimes, and then you have business owners who are there 24/7, 365. Like they have to be in the mud. Like they do the hard work, the hard lifting and stuff like that because it's just what is needed. So I do want to know, what is one assumption that people make when they find out you own a business? Especially women. We're talking about women here.
I think one big assumption is that I have all the time in the world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they think.
That's probably like the biggest one.
So when you're dating, you don't premise this? Like they don't ask you like, what's your day to day? What does your schedule look like?
I always preface it.
Okay.
I always, try to be, honest about that.
So how do you maneuver when someone makes the assumption you have all the time and then they come to the realization that you don't?
I mean, I think in 1 week they're gonna realize that literally it take 1 week.
Yeah.
To realize that I don't. Granted, like I really could allot time and make time. But just not as much as somebody that has like a 9 to 5 or a set schedule.
Mm-hmm. Do you think women flirt with you because you own a cafe or in spite of it? So is the cafe
Yeah.
like a magnet or is it like a filter? It's a hard
That's a good question.
Thank you.
That's a good question. I think people. I think people definitely probably will flirt with me because of lips.
You
I
think?
think it filters it too because everybody doesn't come to lips, you know. So
You thought everyone
there's
wants
certain
to
type
come?
of no, everyone doesn't like
Oh.
so that's a filter right there.
Mhm.
So it's not like every single person comes to lips. So, but I definitely do think sometimes when you tell people you're the owner of something, like there's a different look.
Mhm.
The look changes.
It's attractive, you
Yeah,
know.
the look changes.
Women like men who are in charge.
Yeah, and I think that that's just not, it's not just about having a business. I think it's about having a business that
It's
people know
successful and
or
people
successful.
know,
People
yeah.
know, like it's just not about
Mhm.
So, yeah, for sure. I also don't think like I'm the worst person to look at, but
You're right.
So but yeah.
Okay, so it's a magnet until they realize he ain't got no time for me, and then it becomes the filter. Like, it makes them think
But some
twice.
people, I mean, there's people that understand too. Some people that got their own things.
Yeah, like I was understanding, but we'll get there.
Oh man, so much for what did I say in the text?
Don't line you up.
Yeah, don't line me up.
Because he was like, "What are we talking about?" I was like, "I'll send you the topics, but like,
Yeah.
don't share my outline." I just don't believe you should have my outline because you may do too much homework. Like, I like my conversations to flow, be natural, and when I send people the outline, it's like you over prepare. And now it's not fun.
See, I don't
Feel me? However, the fact that you told me not to line you, aka don't set him up, why would you even think I would need to, quote unquote, set you up? Like, clearly you think you did something for me to set you up.
It was just honestly, it was just it was just
I'm curious.
like it was like just take it easy on me. I'm not like on a podcast every day. I'm not used to this. I don't like glow in like these areas like you do.
Baby, I haven't been here in 6 months. So.
Hey, you couldn't tell me. Hey, but I was telling you.
What?
I told you should, get back to this. That's one thing I definitely did say. Don't say I never told you that. I didn't tell you that. And I'm happy that you did.
I'm going to catch that eye of mine because I always was like, I am going to get back into it. And you're going to be my first guest when I'm back. And I did keep my word. But yes, he did tell me to bring it back. And I think it's only because he wanted to be here. But
two things can be true,
We'll unpack that. I want to know from like a macro point of view, right? What are some of your observations on women these days? Like, it doesn't have to be women you dated. It could just be, I see a lot of women at the cafe. Well, I don't see them.
You don't even.
Shut up. That's not, I don't see them physically.
Look at the story or something. I don't know.
Once in a while.
Yeah, maybe look at the posts.
Tell me your observation on women these days. Good or bad? Good and bad, actually. I want to know it all.
I think in the age group I'm in now.
How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
You don't even know my age?
36? 7?
Yeah, almost. I'm giving them extra years yet.
My bad.
Yeah, but I think women are very caring now. Very ambitious.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like most of the people I meet are looking for the right things.
Mm-hmm.
Me well. But I also think, when you get to age, people are also looking at things, from their point of view more. I think we get more selfish as we get older and selfless in different ways, but most people want things on their time and how they want it. And I think women are
most women. That's
yeah.
So just women.
Like,
don't.
No. I said
women.
People.
Yeah,
but women. I think I think women, especially like it's kind of like
demanding.
I would say demand. I think obviously demanding. But I think sometimes people have unrealistic expectations of there's women I meet that want you to be what they want you to be, more so than compromising and being in the middle and seeing how we could meet in the middle, you know. So but you know, I think women definitely meet very well right now and are doing beautiful, inspiring things.
Okay.
I meet a lot of dope, great, intelligent, inspiring, creative Black women every day.
Don't forget beautiful.
Oh, I mean, that goes without saying, you know.
Put some respect on Black women.
Yeah, that goes without saying, you know. But I'm more inspired by Black women in general than anyone else.
Do you have a type as an entrepreneur? Like, do you like a certain kind of woman? Because whoever you end up with is a reflection of you, right? So
yeah, that's what I don't really have a type. I think, you know, when I meet someone, like physically, I don't really have like a set type. I have certain things that I like and don't like, but I don't have like
characteristics.
Yeah, I didn't have.
What are some of those? Like you meet a woman, you guys go on a couple dates, right? Yeah. What are some things to you that would stick out that you're like, I like that about her. This is attractive. I want to get to know her more because of that.
What she's passionate about. Like outside of maybe, you know, you have a job and this is the job that you're doing right now, but these are the things you're really passionate about. These, you know, outside of that, that feeds you. What those things are very attractive to me. Being into their family, the way they are around people that I care about, and just their humility and how they make me feel. So
interesting. Okay, those are good ones. Those are pretty good. Yeah. Shows what you value, you know, in a woman.
I wasn't researching this, you know. I just got an outline. This is coming
from. You couldn't research.
It's coming from the heart right here.
I didn't give you a chance to make
exactly.
This
so that's how you know.
They gotta know the real you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Sure. Okay. Have you ever dated someone who loved the idea of you, right, but not like the reality?
Absolutely.
Yeah. How did you come to that realization? One, and how did you maneuver through that relationship?
For sure. I've definitely dated women I could definitely think of that definitely wanted me to be what they wanted me to be. And I think when you're dating anybody, you're with anybody, you're going to have things that you really like about them, and you have things that you don't. It's no way that you're going to like everything about everyone.
Facts.
And you have to be able to say, oh, these are things I don't like and I could deal with this. Or these are things that I don't like and I can't.
Yeah.
And take that step away.
You have to compromise on something.
Either way. But you can't say, these are the things that I don't like, and then try to be like, oh no, I'm going to try to make him make this, that. Because you could compromise, but it will never be all the way that, because we are who we are at the end of the day. We could change.
But I'm gonna have to disagree.
Okay.
And the reason I disagree is because I'm thinking of this question as not just one part of you, if that makes sense, right? There's different parts to everyone, right? And so when I think, at least when I wrote the question, this was my train of thought. It was like, okay, I love the idea of him being an entrepreneur, him owning his own stuff, that is an entrepreneur, whatever. Again, you having flexibility. You are a family man, right?
Yeah.
Your style, they can like that, right?
Yeah.
And then they start dating you. Maybe it's a year, you guys are in a relationship, right? And then they realize, okay, all right, maybe 3 months. A year is too long.
Yeah.
But you feel my drift, right? Where they're like, again, he doesn't have much time for me. And he's not willing to make that time, right? One. Two, oh, I thought he was a family man. Turns out he's just cool with his mama. And I'm just throwing that out there. Not saying this is your reality. These are all just examples. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when you come to that when they or you come to that realization that you are not who they thought you were, is that something you just kind of let go of, like put on the back burner, like we don't have to continue this? Or do you try to change your perception?
Look at how much better you answer that. You asked that question before. That's a totally different question than what you said before.
First of all, it's the same question.
No, it's not.
No. Hold on. I do feel like
That's a totally different
I
question.
have to explain my questions for you. I think you need some depth.
Okay, yeah.
For clarity.
Yeah.
And I'm giving that.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Of course.
I appreciate
I'm
that.
thoughtful.
I think it that's another great question though. I think it depends on what it is, you know. I think I'm definitely open to compromise. I'm definitely open to changing. I'm definitely open to, you know, adjusting and, you know, my lifestyle for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, sometimes I need a little time because I'm so used to living one way.
Which is?
Just if I don't have somebody around, well, right now I'm at lips a lot more than I usually am. Because, you know, I'm getting a health inspection soon. That doesn't matter, but that's
because
what? I'm getting a health inspection soon, so I'll try to be there every morning.
Got it.
But I will go to lips, do something I want to do, and just be around the people I'm around. I'm so used to living that, like, I'm moving around life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think when
freely,
freely,
mm-hmm.
And when someone comes into your life that you really care about, you want to be with, mm-hmm. you have to like dial that back
and include them, right?
Of course, yeah. So it's just that little, you know, there's a grace there, you know, that I feel like it's important.
Given to you?
No, it's just important for anyone, not just me. You know, it's just important where it's like, all right, I gotta shift everything.
I don't know if that was clear.
I don't know. You know, the answer to the question is I feel like you have to compromise. Okay. You definitely have to compromise, but I don't know if everything can be compromised.
What are some things you would say that can't be compromised?
Okay, if you start dating somebody and all of a sudden they want to see you every day, mm-hmm. 7 days a week.
Oh, he's psychotic. I don't want to see myself 7 days a week.
So, but that's something that's been told to me. You know, before. 7
days a week.
Yeah.
That's,
you know,
a full-time job.
You know, and I'm like, that's not realistic.
Feasible. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not realistic. It's really not realistic. You know, I don't know how else to say it. So, so stuff like that, I don't know how that could be compromised. If someone says, you know, oh, I have somebody say, I don't want you to be in lips anymore.
Okay, got that.
You know, like things like that. How's that going to be able to be, you know, compromised? So
you cannot be there as often, but then that comes with being a business owner.
But that's what I said. Not being there as often is something I'm willing to compromise.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but if they say at all,
yeah, like I've had someone say at all. I've had somebody say something. These things I've heard, and it's just like that's.
How you expect a man to not be at the business he owns at all?
Yeah, so that's what I mean. But obviously, you have to compromise in any relationship, whether you're a business owner or not. You know, there has to be, you know.
It's very true, yeah. So, I found myself actually having these conversations where it's like, I like this about him, but I don't like this. And I don't know if I'm okay with not liking this about him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
there's non-negotiables.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, for everyone, like including myself, there's non-negotiables.
All right, what are some of your non-negotiables for women? Like, what are you just not willing to tolerate?
I'm not gonna tolerate. I think when someone's like incredibly jealous, mm-hmm. Because if you're incredibly jealous and like you're around me, like it's just a lot of it just feeds into that because a lot of people just come in and out of lips, like, you know. So even if I know them, even if I know them, I don't know them. But it's just like, oh, there's this event and people are turning up, and you know, so things like that. I feel like is that because I'm not really like a jealous person, and because I feel like you have to like have some sort of trust for you with you're talking to, you know, some sort. It can't be just, you know, because if you don't really trust, then there's nothing there.
What's the point? But then I'm like, I always start with 100% trust, and then you take away the point. So if I don't trust you, that's your fault. Like, that has nothing to do with me. Respect is the opposite.
Yeah.
Respect, you have to earn that from me. So
that's a really good philosophy.
Yeah. Thank you.
On both sides. So
I do think I'm philosophical once in a while.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a gem.
Thank you.
Yeah, that and I think the only two things, well, there's three things.
So jealous.
It's heavily when you're very insecure.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if I can't learn from you, if there's nothing feeding me intellectually, emotionally, mentally, or just some eccentricisms or idiosyncrasies I seen you that I really like, and it's just like bland, I think I just wouldn't stay interested because I need that. I love women that are open minded and
Was I not that? Is that what happened? No, for
that's
real.
not what happened there.
What happened?
And look at this. This is true. Me being put on the line. What I say? Lined up.
You up.
And me being
You
lined
walked
up.
right into
Yeah,
it.
I did.
Though.
Can I say? I feel like at that time, I feel like it wasn't just. I feel like both of us didn't have the time. That's what I think. I think there's a few times you also like couldn't meet when we were supposed to meet.
I've confirmed plans with you and just couldn't do it?
Yes.
Jamane.
Twice.
When?
I wish I could like go back. We could talk about this after.
That's fine, because I don't want to do this right now. Being a podcast host, this is journalism.
Yeah, this is empirical journalism right here.
I like to get to the meat, right? I like to get to the root of things. So we had experiences, right? Mm-hmm. We spent time together. Mm-hmm. So I was just curious because I have to call bullshit. Uh-huh. Like what you said didn't align with my experience with you.
So what do you think was the reason?
My reason is I give men what men give me, which I told you.
Yeah.
If a man gives me effort and consistency, I will return that. I will compromise. If a man is inconsistent with me, I'm even worse. And so for me personally, if I'm dating you, trying to get to know you, and you lack follow through, to me, that's an indication of how it's going to be in a relationship because you're still working and you're still courting, trying to get to know me, right? So the lack of follow through, I'm like, in a relationship, you already got me. Mm-hmm. What should I expect if I give you my time?
I mean, I kind of got that I think that's your perspective of things. And I feel like they have merit. They definitely have some merit. But I don't think there's any time that I couldn't do something and I didn't tell you that I couldn't do it. Like, or if I didn't like say like this happened, okay, I can't because of this, or I don't think that's ever happened. Like,
no, you just don't say anything. You just don't text. There's no communication.
So I don't tell you like when we can't like.
No.
When I have to change the plans.
No. But anyway, I just think a lot of people in general want things that they aren't ready for. And I do think we should hold ourselves accountable for those things. But anyway, what's something that a woman would do and you're reading her and you're like, you're a gold digger, or like you're not here for the right reasons? Like what's some behavior you observed?
I mean, asking for things very early on.
What do they ask for? Y'all ask men for things?
I mean,
I gotta start asking. I just demand. I don't ask.
There's been, people ask me for, certain amounts so they could take care of something or, gifts, things like that for sure. I mean.
And that's like early on. That's why
early
it's a
on.
red flag.
Yeah, early on.
I want to know, how does owning a business impact your dating life?
I think if I didn't have lips, I'd probably be married right now. Mm. So I think that kind of tells you all I need to know. Like I really feel like I would if I just took that 9-to-5 route. I mean, I think it impacts a lot. I think at first, I had to get used to the added attention, and I think once I got used to that, now it's more so just creating. One of my biggest goals this year. My only goal really is here. Well, I have a lot of goals, but the biggest thing I want to work on is balance. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, you need to.
Yeah. I'm trying to really balance, but different things, variables impact that. But I'm really trying to work on balance this year so I can be more open to that, So that's my thing. It impacts it tenfold. It's a 24-hour thing. It's not a 9 to 5
Yeah.
thing.
So do you think you should be dating if you're inconsistent with time? Like, no, this is a real ass question.
Um,
Because I've been there. And I say that because I've been there where I have to juggle so many different things. I just put dating on the back burner and I'm like, I don't think it's fair to someone for me to be half-assed with them.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
I think I mean as I get to this stage, like I think no,
Okay.
and I realized that
Mhm.
so you have that like just that time, that mentality where it's like I'm gonna put business on the back burner. It's a
But
mentality
does
too.
it
So
have to be a thing where you put one on the back burner? Can't you not be in a relationship and manage your relationship and your business? But before you answer that question, I do want to know because I feel like that might help you answer the question. So let's put that one on pause for real quick, right? What kind of partner do you think support? Hold on. Yeah, what kind of partner supports a business owner well?
I mean, understanding, doesn't like, I think things shift so much for me sometimes, or for business owners sometimes, that if we don't really feel comfortable telling the person that plans have changed, things switched, and there's like this reaction,
Mm-hmm.
after this happens, and that's to say that she, you know, wasn't disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that,
Mhm.
I'm just saying that they're just more understanding and open to those things. Maybe they'll be like, oh, well, I just come to the cafe, because, we can't do what we were supposed to do. And then, they come to the cafe and we vibe there and then we
Mm-hmm.
figure it out from there.
Okay.
Maybe they'd be like, we need to take I know when we take, a trip or something that, he's all there. So I plan around those things.
Mm-hmm.
And, kind of when we're in New York, I understand that this is happening. Just like I would do for someone else. I think women that are more like, kind of like not reactive, if that's what you want to say, kind of makes me feel more able to be open with them
Mm-hmm.
about everything.
Mm-hmm.
Not just that. Because now I'm like, okay, because sometimes when somebody has a certain reaction at a certain time, I know, okay, wow, it's like this now. Like,
Yeah.
it's only gonna get worse. Like, so it's kind of like that also happens too, where you're like, oh, this person, this is not my lifestyle, or what I'm got going on
Mm-hmm.
and
Doesn't
that's not
align with
wrong. And
theirs.
that's not wrong. Like, it just didn't align.
So now that you said this, back to the question I put a pin in, do you not think you could make time to date or be in a relationship and also be a business owner and run your cafe?
I think so. Um, but that's also dependent on the person I'm dealing with or
Yeah.
with. So but I definitely think so. But if you want to, if I could say, okay, if somebody wants all the time in the world, or this X amount of time, maybe I don't have that, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't align,
Doesn't, yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Final question to wrap up this segment before we go into closing. What's harder, finding time for love or finding someone emotionally available?
That's a good question.
I gave you my best questions today.
Yeah. Between the two,
Mm-hmm.
I would say find time for love.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. On your end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we close, I do want to ask you, what part of yourself, if any, did you have to outgrow to run Lips Cafe?
I think I had to outgrow me ever depending on anyone else in like in a way where I'm saying like there's someone else that I could ask for the answer to something. You know, like, you know, if you work at a job, there's someone else that you can email, not saying that you're not independent, but you still have a higher up that
can give you guidance.
Yeah, can give you guidance. For me, it was really no higher. I realized that I don't have any higher ups.
You are the higher up.
I am the higher up. So I had to understand that anything that happened, you know, I can't fuss and fight or put my head down. I got to find the solutions. I have to figure it out, because if I don't, there's no one else that will figure it out, you know. So I think I had to really get I had to realize that you know, that I can't have this like mentality of someone else, if something happens, there's
someone's coming to save you, pretty much. Like help is coming.
Yeah, help is coming to me. I had to realize that you know, my family depends on what I'm doing. I have a community that depends on what I'm doing, and I have to be strong and figure everything out and be solution based so that we could keep having the impact that we have. So that was the biggest thing, like realizing that no one's gonna come and save me.
Yeah, no one's coming. It's a hard realization, for sure.
Sure.
What advice would you give to a Black entrepreneur standing at the edge?
At the edge, like, were they thinking about giving up?
Yeah.
Every day's another opportunity. And sometimes when you're going through things business wise and you're at the edge, those some of the most powerful times you can have, because that's when you can figure out new ways or a new solution, or there's something innovative that can because you know when you're doing good, it's kind of like, I'm doing good, let me just keep it going. Sometimes when things happen, like in readjusting, you might figure out some puzzle piece that you never even thought of before. So I would just say keep going and try to take the right steps forward, because there's always a way in. And you know, as Black people, we are the most resilient people that's ever walked this earth.
Us too.
Yeah, and it's like, because it's constant pressure. So just because it's constant pressure, it's just a little more pressure. You grew up, you've been around pressure your whole life. So just keep going, keep thinking, keep being positive, because the power of the subconscious and laws of attraction is real.
Facts.
Keep the right thoughts in your mind, and you will get through it, and you'll be better because of it, and your business will be too.
And give yourself grace. I would say that.
For sure.
For sure. Lastly, before we leave here, if your cafe could talk, what would it say about the community that you're in?
That's a good question again. Like, you got a lot of good questions.
Thank you. I went to school for journalism.
Yeah. You
can take your time. Yeah. Think about it.
I think what it'll say about the community, first it will say thank you. For sure. First it will say how grateful the cafe is for the community. Secondly, it will say there is no other community like Flatbush. Don't say Canarsie.
No, I'm joking.
I don't even know what's going on over there right now.
All right, not too much on the floor.
You know, but all of a sudden there's a flaws. I ain't hear that before COVID.
Oh, you
flaws. I ain't hear that before COVID.
That's because you didn't grow up there. That's why. So
it just
baby, welcome to the party. I mean, we had Pop Smoke. That was before the pandemic.
Okay, I'm just saying I didn't hear it. Oh no, right before the pandemic, I started hearing it. That's what
you didn't grow up in Canarsie. It's been the Flossie for since I was in 8th grade.
Do you know who gave it that name?
Who?
Somebody from Best Star.
Boy, bye. Who said that?
Fabulous. It wasn't even somebody from Canarsie.
Well, it wasn't someone from Flatbush. That's all that matters.
That's true. But yeah, I just think because the diaspora, the Caribbean, the deep Caribbean presence that still would not leave that neighborhood no matter how gentrification is hitting it. You know,
they call it Little Caribbean for a reason.
They call it Little Caribbean. Yeah. That sign is right on the block at Lips Cafe.
See, I knew that.
Yeah, there you go. And then, you know, just how resilient, you know, in the community. And it changed me as a cafe. Like, when I first opened up Lips, I thought I was going to be a regular cafe. And the community was like, nah, you need to bring some Caribbean food in here. Yeah. You know? That's Flatbush right there. That's like, we're just tough, resilient people. And the cafe will also see how creative people are in there,
Mm-hmm.
and the drawings and the films people make, and the, you know, every type of the music that when people, you know, make beats in there. And I just think it's so like young Black professionals, so Black, so Caribbean, and it would just feed off of, the cafe is feeding off of that, all of that creativity that comes in every day. All those people that go to school, and all those people that work from out of Lips, and, you know, all the people that look for a third space because maybe something's going on in their house.
Yes.
The Lips Cafe would hear that, you know, and be sympathetic towards knowing that, wow, this person's here because they can't be home. And that's why they're here all day, every day, because Lips will know that, because they'll be the fly on the wall. They will see the first date or the wedding, you know. Lips, you know, and it would just keep feeding and keep getting energy off of that, and keep wanting to do what's best for the community because of all the energy that they're absorbing in there. It's absorbing in there. So we feed off each other. Like, we just each other's bridges, you know.
Yeah. No, I trust me. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
What do you want to leave the people with, if anything?
I just want to leave the people with that. Despite what she says, I'm a great guy.
You selling yourself on my show.
And I'm very thankful, you know, to be here and to be around, you know, a dope woman here. And Lips Cafe, I'm thankful, you know, for everybody that came in there. And I just want to
What's the address? What's the Instagram?
say, everyone come in. If you haven't been there, come through. It's 1412 North Shore Avenue, Brooklyn, New York.
Get your bacon saltfish.
Yeah, with bacon saltfish
and a drink
thing. And I really want to do the mom's bacon saltfish thing.
Yeah. Oh, it's happening. I'm dead
because she doesn't want any smoke.
I think he just want to meet my mama. But
yeah, I probably look a lot like.
We do.
Yeah, I get that.
This is not about me right now. This is you closing out. Yeah. Oh, hey. Well, as he said, 1412 Nostrand Avenue. That's what
Brooklyn,
you said?
New York. Yep, 11226. I'm also gonna start doing a lot more events and things there, and I'm just excited for 2026 and everything that could come in from the year.
Same. Amen. Well, Jamane, thank you for joining me today and for sharing your time with me and for allowing me to hold you accountable. Honestly, I shall see you all next week. Like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to check out the podcast.